careful of that one. The Watcher's friends with Benwith.
Don't want to get on either's bad side then, eh?
So
Ooh,
you're the
listen to
captain
that
Mel
banter.
Paul's been talking about. Aye, you do look like a fearsome sort.
She slaps a
Welcome
hand into
to
the bar top with a
Dunwich.
hearty laugh. Welcome to Dunwich.
What are you having? I'll pour you a double.
Pietro sent me to you.
Ah, I guess the last concoction I made for him didn't do the trick then. Poor bastard. There's one last tincture recipe I know that won't kill him. Probably. It's called Andra's Bile, but I don't have all the ingredients in stock.
Okay.
You'll need a rotten hagfish, an unripened palm stone, and a vial of fire kelp extract. Have him mix it all with a half tankard of grog, and well, hope for the best.
Where can I find the ingredients?
Check the barrels around Lifter's Refuse for the rotten hagfish. You might be able to find unripened palmstone for sale somewhere in Radiant Court.
She pours a drink, but rather than passing it to a patron, she downs it herself. I like this person. Okay, so Lifter's Refuge, hagfish, and Radiant Court for the unripened palmstone.
Parker in the King's Coffin usually keeps some fire kelp extract on hand for special purposes. Be careful when dealing with that one.
Okay. Why didn't you try Andra's Bile earlier?
I did tell you the list of ingredients, eh? He'll have stuff dribbling out of both ends for a week. Maybe two if he's really unlucky.
What do you know about the floating hangman? Her eyes go wide and she fumbles a bottle of spirits, spilling rum all over the counter.
No one survives the floating hangman, or so they say. It's the ship of the dead. You spy it on the horizon, you flee as fast as you can.
Got it. Show me what you got. Okay, so she's got a bunch of rums and water. Good stuff. So I think he accidentally got something in his inventory. Yeah, he does. Oh, yes. There is a necklace, but first let's give him this. This. Dragon Seal, 1 to burn armor, grants Call of the Clutch, grants Breath of Flame. Who else is up front? I'm gonna actually give this to him. He's not really up front, but he's kind of like a backup person. So I want him to be at least dangerous in this situation.
Did you hear?
Dude, let's keep exploring. I feel like everyone's important in this game.
Vegetables, dried goods for long voyages. I got it all right here.
What can I stock you up with today?
Do you have any unripened palm stones?
Of course I do. But they're no good to eat when they're not ripe. Will make you sick so long as they're purple, aye.
He strokes her chin.
Tell you what, though. I'll still sell you what I got. Just don't eat them till they're brown.
Okay. Show what you have for sale. So I need... Okay.
From Goldfish?
So Iron Gut is... Get all these hard quests. We're gonna have to go all the way to the Veins of Eora before, but let's start piling up these quests. I kind of want to... Yeah. Tidy performance. So there's not much I can do. I can do this blue-skinned man, and I'll do that, but it looks like there's going to be a fight involved. So maybe we'll wait till I can do the fight. Fire kelp. Okay, so we got the unripened palm, Lifter's Refuge for the hagfish, and then we'll get the kelp extract from King's Coffin.
Impossible with her wealth.
Weren't no one to bride.
Let's check out the tavern.
Floating hangman gone.
One of the things I'm looking for too are like more shipmates. I want to see if I can find some more people for my ship. Okay.
Welcome to the treasure trove, sailor.
A strapping godlike blinks between the swollen crust tumor lining her eyes. Her lips crack, weeping a sappy substance as she speaks.
Anything in my trove catches your eye, you let me know. All right.
So what do you have for sale? God, get all this good gear. Can't afford it. Minor deflection, cloak of protection. It's only $4.95. Put this on our tank. I'll take it. Where'd be our tank? You have Cloak of Deflection. I just bought you a cloak. Who's holding it? You are. Guess what? You now have the Cloak of Protection. I want her more with deflection up front. So this is just a guard.
Of course.
Okay. That's a good loot, man. I don't think I can steal it yet, though.
We're awake right now, aren't we?
Okay, that's kind of an interesting question to ask, but sure. Not gonna lie though, I'm pretty excited for 2 weeks. It's about 2 weeks from now. No, it's the 20th. So 15 days from now. I'm gonna be in my new place. But yeah, I'm not gonna probably stream till I won't have my new place ready till like probably the evening of the 22nd. So there's probably gonna be like a good 3 days in there where I don't stream at all. Well, there's gonna be 3 days next week because I need to travel to Phoenix.
Died, then rose again.
But then,
what do you think that means? I see him walking Aora. Nothing but bones lit by the flame.
Going.
Soul.
Ooh, stray cat. Yay, Sorrow. Rotted hackfish. Remember. But yeah, so next weekend I'm not going to be streaming. I'm going to be gone. I'll probably be back that Sunday. So yeah, there'll be a couple days there. And then the following week is when I do my official move. And so I'm going to be gone for a couple days there because I got to break down my computer, get it over to my new house, and then have that all set up. Have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you? How would you feel about playing the part of Athos on stage?
What? I'm no actor. And besides, I can't barely see nothing as it is.
In this troupe, being a good actor isn't a requirement.
Easy enough. And it pays, don't it? Then count me in.
The laugh that booms from his chest sounds like rocks rattling against his ribs.
Turn me in the right direction, and I'll make me way to the Radiant Court.
Okay, I didn't turn you in any direction, but good luck.
Stage is this way, ain't it?
Yep. Good luck. Was it the King's Coffin that has the third thing, or was it the... I think it was the King's Coffin. Yeah. Kelp extract. Let's do a quick save, because just in case I get in a fight here.
What can I do for you?
Got any kelp extract?
Sure do. And at a generously discounted price too. 250 pies.
I'll take the
Be
extract.
careful you don't get any of it in your eyes. Burns like a mother. Burns like you wouldn't believe. Wouldn't wish that sting on anybody. Not even my worst enemy.
Boy, I'm so glad I'm making this guy drink this.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, I would.
He chuckles deeply to himself as he hands you the vial of fire kelp extract. Farewell.
Damn my gut. Just kill me now.
Skin pasty, upper lip beaded with sweat, the sailor sways and moans.
Lost my God's damn soul and stupidity. Andra, save me now.
Give him the ingredients for Andra's bile. Resinel says this should work. Hands trembling, Pietro hastily mixes the contents in a wooden mug half filled with water. With a final nervous swallow, he lifts the mug to his lips and downs the concoction. For several moments, nothing happens, and he shakes his head, expression grim.
Oh,
But then, he goes white as a sheet. His throat muddles red, and his mouth pops open in a little O.
oh, God. He's coming out the other end now.
Iron Gut scoops up the vomit-coated gemstone, what looks to be a black pearl the size of a small rock. He gives a quick wipe down before thrusting it into your hands. Got a black pearl.
Oh, now, if you'll excuse me, I need a change of bottoms.
Fighting back a curse, he hurries off. Sweet. This needs,
Welcome back, patron. I so hope you enjoy the performance.
Face plan with bored expression, the wizard sighs heavily after speaking. Hand on her hip, she cocks her head as she waits for you to speak. Kalendra needs you for her play.
I'd be happy to go back working for her, except I owe Harker over there a good deal of money.
She jerks her head towards the far end of the bar.
Stupid dice went cold at the wrong time. Until I pay him what I owe, 700 pyres, I'm not going anywhere.
I'll see what I can do.
Sure, it's worth a try, I guess. You must really want to see Kalandra's play. Well, I won't stop you from helping me out.
What can you tell me about Harker?
You haven't heard the rumours, I take it?
Her voice drops in a raspy whisper.
Some people say he's the Red King.
The who now?
Come on now, you're pulling my leg.
Nope.
The Red King was a pirate with a grudge against the Valian Republics. Supposed to have died years ago.
Her eyes gleam with excitement as she tells the tale.
But some folks say he faked his death to escape the wrath of the Valian Republics.
Beth leans closer, conspiratorially, to murmur near your ear.
Those same folks say that Harker was the Red King.
Picking the corner of her lip, she straightens. She moves her hair with the trembling fingers.
I wouldn't go on asking him about it, if you know what I mean. Harker's got a nasty reputation. A real violent disposition. And besides, people in this port generally don't like others prying into their past.
Alright, farewell. What's the bartender?
What can I do for you?
I want to pay off Tyrion's debt.
Got to you, did she? The woman can spot a soft-hearted mark from 50 paces. Like a sixth sense or something. Remarkable.
He nods to you conspiratorially, as if he didn't just imply you were a sucker easily parted from your money.
Here's the thing, though. It's more profitable for me to keep her under my thumb, so sweet as your offer is, you can keep the money.
Shit.
Unless there's something else you need, I think we're done here.
Turns away and begins fiddling with something beneath the bar. As he does, you spy a red-handled pistol stuffed in the band of his breeches. Will you take something else in exchange for freedom?
If I wanted something else, I'd have asked for it.
Well, what if I double the money?
Look at you, big spender. Word of caution now. You don't want to look too desperate around here. Pirates can sniff that out easy as stink on fish.
Winks.
Tierna's free to go.
That cost me a lot.
Endless thanks for taking care of my debt. See you at the play.
Place gonna suck. Okay, more arcane for you. Grab a little insight while we're at it. Okay, what have I been grabbing? Evocation, right? That's pretty good. I kind of want to keep up with the just all in out damage. That's her place. Summons a flaming ball of molten earth that explodes at a target. Yeah, let's just do fireball. Makes reflexes. Gain concentration at the start of each combat. Increase their will defense too. I don't want her getting taken over in the back line. I mean, her intellect is there, but I just want to make sure that I would never have to worry about her. 16 will. Okay. But I don't have any resolve. That's the thing. Yeah. Not sure if I'm gonna regret that, but I feel like it, especially in the first iteration, like Pillars of Eternity 1, it was so easy to lose your backline to mental whatever. Oh, cool. Several brutish-looking thugs emerge from the nearby alleys. This might be why it had two skulls.
Well, well, if it isn't Arca's new business partner, that's quite a lot of coin you two exchanged.
We're not business partners.
Don't bother lying. Several of my men saw you at the King's coffin. Looks like Arca's hiring new muscle and coming out of retirement. And I can't be having that now, can I? Think I'll send him your head, as a reminder to stick to selling grog and flea-infested beds.
Oh, conundrum. Okay, I want you over here. Lion, you take this guy. Alright, you're obviously going to have to quickly switch to your sword. Come back here and take... Oh my god, dude, look at everyone's level. This is not good. This is not good at all. Okay, get this guy as quickly as possible. Lodi. Actually move here. Drop this. I think we're gonna have to reset. We can't finish this quest. It's way too high. I didn't see this coming. I mean, it did warn me, but I didn't heed that warning. Dude, you need to back up. She's still casting? Yes. Cool. Actually, no, not that. Throw this across them. You are super hurt out of nowhere. And you have no ability to heal yourself. You need to quickly do this. Okay. back here. All that on him. This, what does this do again? Calls worms and drakes to your aid, summoning them into battle. Sweet. What was that necklace I found? You're doing this. Heal her.
Not like this.
Too late. She's already down. Oh my god. That was way too fast. Heal. Okay. Heal kick. Emond. Okay. Go back to this. Oh, we already have a worm? Okay, it's only a worm though. So that's not gonna be that helpful. Go back after this thug. Keep attacking the pistolier. Throw that on yourself. Go back to him. Do this. Drop a mark on the thug. Heal yourself. Another thug. Since you're back here, go ahead and go after the Mindbender. I still don't think this is gonna happen. But we gotta try. We've got to try. Roll this across these guys. Oh my god. If he makes it. Two worms and a young drake. What are you doing? I have no idea how I did that. Now he's gonna dive to the pistol guy. Hate the misclicks. Hate the misclicks. Those are the worst. Because it's like, you have a plan, but you accidentally click the wrong button, and now you're screwed. Yeah, I doubt we win this. Wow. Okay. So before we pay the 1400, let's get out of there. We can't do that quest. Not yet. Unfortunate. I did not see us getting attacked straight out of that. Okay, so Iron Gut is done. The only thing we can do right now is the Veins of Aora. So many have come to Huana City of Nekataka to see their fortune in luminous Andra. If anyone knows where any large pillars of note may be found, I'm likely to find them there. Nekataka is some distance north and slightly east of Port Meha. I think it's still marked on my map, so I should be fine. Very unfortunate. But, I mean, it's the RPG, those things are bound to happen. And I had to try to win it. You received an important missive from Captain Eldis. Read. So, you had a little run with Ben, and then you dragged it to my doorstep. You could have wiped your feet before you stomped in, but I digress. I know what you did, and I know who you are, and unlike my unfortunate blockhead second in command, I recognize a threat when it smacks me upside the head. So, this is me, Captain Eldis, commander of the gods' damned New Blood Principa, leader of the second largest fleet of pirates in the god effin' Deadfire, invite you, a terrifying, powerful, and strange watcher, to come and meet with me under the strictest parley at Fort Deadlight, which is to say, I promise not to gut you when you arrive for dinner and drinks. Looking forward to having a little hearthside chat. I'd like to offer you a partnership of the most glorious and goriest variant. I scratch your back, you gut my enemies from hip to jaw. We laugh at their deaths over a bottle of the finest rum. Oh, and when you come, bring some candied nuts. Your newest and dearest friend, Eldius. This is not a trap. Okay. Does that turn into a quest? We're headed here, though. Plenty of food and water, and a lot of missing morale because I screwed up. Ah, fresh fruit. So the more of this good stuff that I get from my dudes, the happier they're gonna be. They hate this, but I want it in my inventory just so, like, they have it as backup. We'll keep the good morale stuff there if there's enough. Let me see. Drugs, explosives. Still no food.
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind. The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000,000 bells ringing all at once. You are alone.
Okay, don't need to roll it in.
You are not.
Oh, yeah, not alone.
An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Bareth, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them, reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Bareth settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
He's draining souls from the veins of the luminous Andra. Actually, it's too early to be sure what he plans, but his behavior is suspicious.
I remind you of our bargain. Time is short, and your soul dangles in the balance.
Her wan face contorts into what on mortal kith might be called a smile. On her, the effect is more akin to a rotting pumpkin caving in upon itself.
Do not give me cause to doubt your commitment, Watcher.
The figure nearest Bareth dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped ancient crone whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wodica strides forward.
Oh, hey.
Does Aethys frighten you, Bareth? He should. Margran subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
Yeah, you were kind of absent the last time I had a predicament.
From out of Wodica's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face where his nose once was. He does not speak, but stares up at Wodica with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wotica steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the pallid night from the corners of her eyes.
A moon would do the job nicely.
That's familiar. You would destroy Aora for what? Spite?
Wotica stares at you down her long nose.
I would destroy it all in the blink of your wide eye if I believed it would benefit me. Empires can be rebuilt. Souls can be reforged. Do not forget it.
The figure beside the aspect of Bareth flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Mogren's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
I'm gonna say nothing.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Yeah.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
What if he intends to betray you?
Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys' return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wotica suggests, and crush him into the earth.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia.
I don't think that's what she intended.
I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Attempting to end Aethys may only make things worse.
Your point is well made, little watcher. If self-evident, Aethys has not been known to possess a vindictive nature. Indeed, he has occasionally been magnanimous to a fault. However, if we push him to the brink of reason, there is no telling what he may do. He is, as ever, unpredictable.
Something akin to fondness creeps into her voice.
Say nothing.
The pallid knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Mogren grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake. Mogren stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
Absorbed his children? I don't understand.
The pallid knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Mogren's direction.
Mogren speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Wotica waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys, other than decisive, final action.
There's no cause to act. There's no cause to act now.
Your opinion is unasked for, but noted.
The Paladin.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The Pallid Knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the Pallid Knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
See nothing.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin, alone.
While on the deck of the ship, you can select to access the world map. When did I get Port Canton?
Ship life sure is an adventure, ain't it? Just think of all the places we can sail to, all the sights we could see. This is nothing like being stuck on a farm.
Nope.
Or cloistered in the back of a temple.
Sodi wraps her sickle against her thigh and she studies the boat's layout. Satisfied by whatever she sees, she tilts her head to you with a small smile.
Tell me what's on your mind?
How is it you came to worship Gon more so than Aethys?
My folks. You might say they're not your typical Aethasians. Sure, they cling to the light more than the darkness. But the war, it touched my family. And it changed them. Killed some. Not that I remember firsthand.
She sniffs.
The others toughened, turned survivors. That much I saw with my own eyes, even years later.
That doesn't answer my question.
My aunt's the one who taught me about the cycle of life and death, how everything happens in stages. Whether forwards or backwards, from seed to rot to rebirth again, it's all just states of existence and balance. See? That's how I first learned about the slice of Gon within Aethys.
She grins big, confident and happy.
After that, I read all the doctrines of Gon. Anything and everything I could get my hands on.
Such as?
The 12 books of Nearwith, plus the epistles from the minor prophets. A lot of them aren't a part of today's canonization, but that doesn't mean they're wrong.
She crosses her arms over her chest, expression pinched.
It's tradition for the youngest born to take up the priesthood of Aethys. Well, I did it in my own way.
Are there others like you? Other Gonites out there?
Of course, though we're few and spread out. Most don't keep to temples. Soul shepherding requires travel. Mostly I learned through reading. Any text pertaining to Gon I could get my grubby hands on.
I get the feeling you don't really fit in with the other Dawnstars.
I guess it's the nature of light to want to best the darkness. But you can't have balance like that.
Head downcast, she thumbs the edge of her sickle thoughtfully.
And it's not like night and death are bad things.
Aren't they though?
Oh, no use in fearing what's natural. Life isn't one long line. It's cyclical. You gotta shed the old to become the new.
Her head shakes. Speak of something else.
No need to fiddle-foot around. I'm listening.
How are you feeling? Have you suffered any recent nightmares?
They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile soul.
What are you going to do?
Go madder than I already am. I don't rightly know. It's not like I can turn my back on my duty to my god, even if it kills me.
That's all for now.
You need me, I'll be 2 whoops and a holler away.
Yep. Just gonna talk to everyone, see what's up.
Thank you again for maintaining my story in front of Vanessa and the others.
He gives you a grateful smile. It fades almost as quickly as it appears.
I didn't enjoy deceiving them, but it seemed simpler than the alternative.
Keeping up a lie is never simple. You should know that better than anyone.
Believe me, I take no pleasure in duplicity.
What exactly were you doing here?
At your suggestion, I took up Theos's mantle after we parted company. I wanted to use the Leaden Key to improve the lives of Kith. So for 5 years, I've been tracking down Leaden Key circles, searching for the places where they operate in secret.
He knits his brow. Dodi lifts her chin in interest.
Hoping they can be reformed.
Chodi. And how's that been going?
The task has been more difficult than I anticipated.
Listen.
I don't think I fully understood the weight of the decisions I would have to make.
I'm not gonna say continue every time.
The burden of living with them.
So, when you're in a meeting with somebody, instead of saying or the words of encouragement to show that you're listening, you just say continue.
It was much easier when I only had to follow someone else's lead.
It's only a little
My
awkward.
father's, Theos's, yours.
He glances at you out of the corner of his eye. What do you mean?
After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of changing the Leaden Key would be tracking down its members and operations.
But, no, let's do but.
Perhaps this would be easier with an example. I went to a village in Old Valia, a run-down backwater of a place. Aye, right home like it was.
Kind of wish I would have learned a little bit more about this character in the first one now. Loss's expression shifts as Zelmir briefly emerges.
Centuries ago, the Leaden Key had intervened to end some heretical cult. The details were lost, but what had endured was a practice of ritual bloodletting. A gruesome, pointless tradition.
He grimaces.
At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood. No one, young or old, sick or hale, was exempt.
What did you do?
I thought new leadership might guide them away from this practice.
It's a good strategy. I do believe you'd be right, and they'd probably stop talking.
So I adjusted some of the deeds pertaining to the ownership of their land.
He gives you a slight look. Irked, Zodi runs her tongue over her teeth.
It just so happened that a nearby Comtessa, a rather prosperous one, had a claim on the village, and the fertile fields around it.
And then?
The Comtessa annexed the village, as I'd planned. But she did nothing about the bloodletting ritual. And while it continued, she taxed the villagers to pay for the plantation she was building, and conscripted half of them to defend it.
He's worked the edge of the sash into a tight knot, clenches it between pale, rigid fingers. You couldn't have known that would happen. This isn't your fault.
I had to do something, didn't I?
He turns to you with wide, anguished eyes. He pauses again, twisting the sash on his lap.
I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better.
The Comtessa chose to bring misery on the people. She's to blame here, not you.
I suppose so. I should get some rest. It's been a long day, and you've given me a lot to think about.
Wait, you still haven't told me what the Animasters have to do with any of this.
Ah, that.
He massages his temples.
I'm looking for an old leaden key sect. I've found several references, but...
He breaks off, shaking his head.
I want to be sure. Please, let me go over my notes again. Then I promise I'll tell you everything.
We'll talk more later.
Agrasima casita for taking me on.
Ahoy, Captain. What can I do you for?
You can flirt with him? Tell me about yourself.
On my first ship before the Sorcerer, they made me a rigger, barnacle scraper, and powder monkey. Every deadly job. They'd be hoping I'd buy the farm. I lived to disappoint.
Yeah, he's not someone I see me romancing. Tell me about Romero.
Ain't much there
Romero.
to be told, Cap.
Frown slightly. As captain, I need to know what you're getting my people into.
Ah, shit. You ain't wrong on that.
He rubs the back of his head.
When I were a wee swabby, fresh to the sea, it were Romero that showed me the ropes and rigging. More than that, he kept his weather eye open for me.
He plucks at the fur at his elbow.
The sea be a right poxy ore on occasion, and life aboard the Sorcerer, that and more. Malnage, our ship hunter, she were all wet and bothered for doing me harm, and Romero. He protected me. Mentored me too. Learned me letters and navigation. Handed down the Principe traditions. In time, we became close as kin or closer. And the Sorcerer, my family.
Why did this Malnage want to hurt you?
Well, only knows, Cap. She treated me like my mere presence gave offense.
How did Romero end up in trouble with the Principe?
Right, fantastic fucking question, Cap.
He scowls and planted a closed fist in an open palm.
Word out were mutiny. But I'll be putting about as much stock in that as a dockside doxy for manners. Well, no, I don't normally be singing no praises of veracity, Cap. But in the matter of Romero, I'll be hunting the truth.
Were you romantically involved?
Why, Cap? You be feeling a bit of the old envy?
No. He grins, bumping his eyebrow twice in quick succession.
Nay, we never shared a bunk. Not that I'd have kicked him out of a hammock, but, like I said, we be family. He never took advantage.
You told me a lot about the two of you, but not much about him.
Fair. He be of old Valian stock. A good man and righteous. Not honest, of course, but honourable. Were our shipboard sawbones, more than half handy at it.
Smiles and rubs his upper right arm.
More than one swabby be on the old salt of deferral from the wheel.
Thank you. I'm glad you shared that.
Aye. Do right by it, and I won't be regretting it.
I'd like to ask you about the Principe.
Ask away, Cap.
Who are the Principe exactly?
Formerly the Principe San Petrena.
The Principe.
The princes, without,
His brows knit as he snaps.
Oh, without a home, They came from Grand Valia ages ago. Now they be the scourge of the Deadfire.
Squares his shoulders, puffed out his chest.
More than that, ain't for the likes of me to say. Ooh, ask away, Cap.
How did the Principal operate?
Raiding seafaring vessels mostly. Seasoned ships' cargo. Ships themselves if they be worth anything. If there be passengers of high birth, we be taking them for ransom too. Ain't squeamish about slaying, but be avoiding it when we can. Get yourself known for killing folk. They get more likely to fight you when you come for their gold. Ooh, ask away, Cap.
If I were looking to enlist, how would I do so?
Enlist, Cap. We ain't the flog-stroking Rowatai Navy.
He chuckles low and warm.
Twixt the seaworthy vessel and passable crew, you've managed yourself the hardest part already. Now you just need to be setting yourself to piracy, after you be talking it over with the Consuelo.
Sounds easy enough.
No, we ain't exactly a bunch known for housing hard-ons for hard rules. Ooh, ask away, Cap.
Seem to enjoy being a Principal.
Aye, that I do, Cap.
The scarred lip splits in a broad smile, revealing crooked teeth. What about it?
What not? Smell of the sea, creak of the rigging, blast of the cannons, rush aboard and a right piece of prey. A mug of spice rum in my hands and a bawdy song on my lips. A lad or lass in every port and another in my hammock.
Shrugs with a grin.
Be a pirate's life for me. Ooh, ask away, Cap.
Never mind.
Aye, aye, Cap.
Farewell. Not gonna hit on you, dude. Not gonna hit on you. No offense, Cap, but your gunners can't shoot for shit. Fair. Okay. Oh man, I forgot where. I could hit the map, right? Hit the world. Oh, that button. Okay, that was interesting. Some character building in there. Derelict Valen ship. Bodo points at the ship in the distance. Galen, captain, a three-master, or it was. Not remains of the ship's foremast, save a splintered stump. And the bowsprit has been sheared off. What any of that means? See how they crippled her? That's the work of pirates. Principi, most likely, and probably the upstarts if they're raiding this close to Valen. Patrol routes. Rumdum Rigger leans in close. Or Rumdum Rigger leans in close. They'll have taken any gold, but they might have left supplies. Irina's brow is damp with sweat. We shouldn't stick around. If the Valen see us plundering one of their ships, they won't give us any chance to explain. Let's pull alongside it. We'll salvage what's left. You take a small boat boarding party and scour the galleon. Most of its cargo and all its crew are missing, but you find several barrels of fresh water and a few sacks of dried rice and coarse meal. It takes an unseasoned hand the better part of the day to finish hauling it aboard. 8 hours pass. You gain an item ingredients. Okay, well, I feel like, how was that a failure? Still aboard the galleon when Bodo calls out, warning, a ship that lines a Valen privateer is speeding towards you. The crew aboard the Defiant scurry across the deck, readying the ship for combat. By the time you return to your ship, hauled in anchor and let out sails, the privateer is almost upon you. Your crew rushes to the battle stations. Oh, we're gonna die again. Oh, we're gonna die. Shippuck points to a dark spot on the distant horizon. Captain, a vessel approaches, squints the horizon, and sees unfamiliar colors snapping in the breeze. The ship draws near and its crew throws open gun ports. Fall back. Opposing ship bears down upon you before you have a chance to flee. Crap, crap, crap. Ship is faster and the crew is better prepared. The Goat Horn's crew has the opportunity to come about and claim it for themselves. Full speed ahead. Ship and the rum clamber up the main mast and unfurl the remaining sails. Sails blow out, they catch the wind full, the Defiant leaps forward. It's increased 70 meters. Enemy crew scurries to their stations in preparation for maneuvers. The Goat turns to port, attempting to gain the wind advantage. Full speed ahead. Chinook and Rum them clamber up the main mast and unfurl the remaining sails. The sails blow out and catch the wind in full. The Defiant leaps forward. Your opponent's ship comes about with all possible haste, though the opposing crew is fleet of foot. Turning a vessel of the Goat's horn size still takes time. Full speed ahead. Alright, the sails billow and catch wind. Defiant leaps forward. We're running. Enemy crews to their stations in preparation for maneuvers. The Goat's horn misjudged the wind's direction and the crew executes their maneuver. The ship's sails abruptly flutter loose on their mast. The ship comes to a stop. The enemy crew scurries to the stations in preparation for maneuvers. Your opponent's sails hang empty as their ship comes to a stop. The wind has died. Full speed ahead. The wind at your back grows, howling in your ears. Your ship crashes through the waves as the wind drifts it forward. Enemy crew scurries to their station in preparation for maneuvers. Distant thunder of cannon echo fire across the sea. That should be all misses. Retreat. Order the crew flee with possible haste. The enemy vessel recedes behind you until you finally disappears into the horizon. Okay. So we lost morale, but we got away. Okay. Could have been worse. See, that's food. The sailors. I'm wondering how to repair their ship. Oh, here we go. Oh, these are just known locations. Yeah, we're not going to a 3 skull location. Okay, they're repairing it as we go. That's fine. So we lost some morale, but like, I'm completely okay with that versus us losing our ship. Fog rolls in.